Hi, boys and girls, and welcome to Missy Lane's Book Nook. Well, here we are in December already. It's winter time, and this time of year is a lot of fun because we look forward to the first snowfall and the holidays and what the new year is going to bring. And it's also a special time because we get some time off of school and we get to spend it with our family and our friends. And one of the things that I love to do around the holidays is to bake cookies, and I like to eat them too. So one of the stories that I want to share with you today is the story about the gingerbread man. But it's not the classic gingerbread man story. You probably know that tale already, where the woman bakes a gingerbread and puts it in the oven, but when she comes to pop it out of the oven, the gingerbread jumps up and runs away. And he says, "Run, run, run as fast as you can. You can't catch me. I'm the gingerbread man." You know that story, right? Well, this book that I want to share with you today is a twist on that story. This one is called Gingerbread Man Superhero. So the same thing happens. He comes to life when they take him out of the oven. But in this case, our gingerbread man saves the day. He's a superhero. Let's read it together. The Gingerbread Man Superhero by Dottie and Darley. At approximately 2:20 on a lazy Tuesday afternoon, the little old lady hobbled into her kitchen to whip up a surprise for the little old man. She measured, sifted, stirred, and mixed. She put all the ingredients together for the tastiest gingerbread man this side of the county fair bake-off. Before popping her gingerbread man into the oven, she added some raisins for eyes, licorice for a mouth, and a cute little candy cane button for a nose. Then, remembering how grumpy the little old man had been lately, she pushed a nice plump prune into the belly. When the oven timer went bzzz, the little old lady rushed over to shut the annoying thing off. "Guess what?" she called into the next room. "I have a surprise for you." The little old man wobbled in. "A surprise?" Indeed, a surprise. When the little old lady opened the oven door, out jumped the gingerbread man. He leaped onto the table and he shouted, "Flour power!" Flour power? Oh my goodness. The old man runs away. "Ah!" And the little old lady fainted dead away. No time for that," the gingerbread man said. He grabbed a dish towel and tied it on like a cape. "I must save the world!" And he flew into the air, out the door, and up, 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 over the trees. "Run, run as fast as you can. You can't escape me. I'm the gingerbread man." So there he goes. They were so surprised when they opened that oven door. He ran away yelling. She fainted on the floor, and then he flies away. I wonder just how he's going to save the day. What's he going to do? Let's find out. As he soared over the town, he heard cries coming from the back alley bakery. Swooping down, he caught a glimpse of the mischief afoot. "Help! Help! Save us!" Inside, a macaroon had gone mad and was holding a group of brownies hostage. A macaroon is a type of cookie too. It's a coconut cookie. I love them. And you know what brownies are. So in this case, the macaroon's a bad guy. He went a little cuckoo and he captured the brownies. He trapped them. The gingerbread man burst in. "The jig is up, Mac!" "Curses!" the macaroon snarled. He kicked up a cloud of cornstarch and rolled out of sight. Before giving chase, the gingerbread man turned to the brownies. "Are you all okay?" "Ew, what's that in your tummy?" one brownie asked. The gingerbread man looked down. "It's a prune." Do you remember when the little old lady squished that prune into his belly? The gingerbread man had no time to explain because suddenly he was being pelted with poppy seeds. "Take that!" the macaroon called, firing the little pellets at tremendous speed. But the gingerbread man just stood, hands on his hips. The seeds ricocheted off of his chest, hitting the brownies. "Ouch! Ow! That hurts!" they shouted, scattering in a panic. Uh-oh. So he thought he saved the brownies, but look, That mean old macaroon is back. Once the last poppy seed had been pitched, the macaroon made a run for it, turning left behind the bread kneader. Run, run as fast as you can. You can't escape me. I'm the gingerbread man. And up, 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 the gingerbread man flew. He spied the macaroon trying to make his getaway through a mouse hole. Oh, no, you don't, Mac, the gingerbread man said, plucking up the macaroon and rolling him down the counter. He caught him. The macaroon plowed right through a group of chocolate chips, making a perfect strike. He rolled into a ladle, rounded out, and then faced the gingerbread man straight on. You'll never take me, GB, he said. GB for gingerbread. The gingerbread man let out a hearty laugh. Don't be so sure. I'll knock that chocolate chip off your shoulder and haul you away. He marched confidently toward the macaroon. The macaroon thought fast. He quickly opened a cardboard box, letting all the animal crackers escape. The gingerbread man froze. Was he about to be flattened by a herd of low-fat critters? Who will win, the gingerbread man or the macaroon? Who's going to win this battle? Let's keep reading. As the cookies stampeded toward him, the gingerbread man flew straight up, up, up into the air, and he said, Flower power! Oh, snickerdoodle, the macaroon cursed, reeling away. You won't catch me, he called back. Today the brownies, tomorrow the world. Oh, you're nuts, the gingerbread man said. What nuts? I don't have any, the macaroon teased, wiggling his fluffy blonde form. And then he hopped onto a spatula, bounced onto a sponge cake, sailed through the air, and grabbed the gingerbread man by the throat. What little there was of it. The gingerbread man pressed against the macaroon, pushing and pushing and pushing, when suddenly, yuck! What's that disgusting wrinkly thing on your belly? It's a prune, the gingerbread man said. Suddenly repulsed, the macaroon let go and fell into a New York cheesecake, where he was stuck for good. The gingerbread man rubbed his purplish tum-tum. Flower power! A crowd gathered below. The ladyfingers, sugar cookies, and brownies, along with an assortment of other sweet adoring fans, shouted their praise and thanks. Run, run as fast as you can. You can't escape me. I'm the gingerbread man. And all the cookies and the other desserts below in the bakery shop, they're all cheering. Hip, hip, hooray! Hip, hip, hooray! Hip, hip, hooray! And so, basking in the doom of the macaroon, the gingerbread man sailed off in search of his next victory. And what did he say, boys and girls? What was his little saying? What kind of strength did he have? He always said, flower power! So like I said, that was a little twist on the classic gingerbread tale. But I hope you enjoyed it. I thought it was a little funny. Now I want to teach you a little rhyme about gingerbread men or cookies in a bakery shop. So we have a bakery shop here, and we see some sugar cookies on the first shelf, and we see some yummy, delicious gingerbread men on the second shelf, don't we? So how many gingerbread are there? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many sugar cookies are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, but the customer is going to come in, and the customer today wants to buy gingerbread. So we're going to put up 5 fingers for the 5 gingerbread men. Okay? 5 gingerbread men in a bakery shop, looking all yummy with the icing on top. Along comes Miss Elaine with a quarter to pay, and she takes a cookie and she runs away. I was hungry. I bought one. Now maybe I want another one. How many are left? 1, 2, 3, 4. So this time put up 4 fingers. 4 little gingerbread men in a bakery shop, looking all yummy with the icing on top. Along comes Missy Lane with a quarter to pay, and she buys a cookie and she runs away. You know what? I'm still hungry. I think I'm going to go back and buy another cookie. But how many are left? 1, 2, 3. So 3 fingers, right? 3 little gingerbread men in a bakery shop, looking all yummy with the icing on top. Along comes Missy Lane with a quarter to pay, and she buys a cookie and she runs away. My belly must be getting full now, but maybe I want to go buy some for my friends. There's 2 left. Will you put up 2 fingers? 2 little gingerbread men in a bakery shop, looking all yummy with the icing on top. Along comes Missy Lane with a quarter to pay, and I buy a cookie and then I run away. How many's left? Just 1. 1 little gingerbread man in the bakery shop, looking all yummy with the icing on top. Along comes Missy Lane with a quarter to pay, and she buys that cookie and she runs away. The end. I wiped them out of the gingerbread men, didn't I? They were delicious. Well, who's ready for another story? I know I am. Let's read a story about a special snowman, a familiar snowman. I think you'll know him. I think you'll recognize this one. With the corncob pipe and the tall black hat. Who is this snowman? That's right, it's Frosty. So this is a story, boys and girls, that I wanted to share with you today because I love the illustrations in here. But I'm not going to read the story. Since it's a song, I'm actually going to sing it to you. Frosty the Snowman. If you know it, I hope you'll sing along at home. Frosty the Snowman was a jolly, happy soul with a corncob pipe and a button nose and 2 eyes made out of coal. Frosty the Snowman is a fairy tale, they say. He was made of snow, but the children know how he came to life one day. There must have been some magic in that old silk hat they found, for when they placed it on his head, he began to dance around. Oh, Frosty the Snowman was alive as he could be, and the children say he could laugh and play just the same as you and me. Do you remember when he came to life, when they put that hat on his head? Yeah, and then he was dancing around and walking all around the village, playing with the kids. Frosty the Snowman knew the sun was hot that day. So he said, let's run and we'll have some fun now before I melt away. Down to the village with a broomstick in his hand, running here and there all around the square, saying, catch me if you can. He led them down the streets of town right to the traffic cop, and he only paused a moment when he heard him holler, stop! And I love this page. Look how surprised that policeman looks. Why does he look so surprised and almost scared? Yeah, it's not every day you see a snowman crossing the street. He's really surprised to see that Frosty is alive. For Frosty the Snowman had to hurry on his way, but he waved goodbye saying, don't you cry, I'll be back again someday. Thumpity thump thump, thumpity thump thump, look at Frosty go. Thumpity thump thump, thumpity thump thump, over the hills of snow. Bye-bye, Frosty. So we haven't had a huge snowfall yet. Like, we haven't had enough snow where we could go out and build a snowman, but I bet you we will soon enough. And maybe you'll build a Frosty. I'm going to teach you another rhyme, boys and girls, and this one's about a chubby snowman. You can do the motions with me at home. It's a chubby little snowman had a carrot nose. Along came a bunny, and what do you suppose? That hungry little bunny, looking for his lunch, took that snowman's carrot nose. Nibble, nibble, crunch. The bunny ate the snowman's nose. Do that with me again. Pretend that you're a snowman, nice and round. A chubby little snowman had a carrot nose. Along came a bunny, and what do you suppose? That hungry little bunny, looking for his lunch, took that snowman's carrot nose. Nibble, nibble, crunch. Let's do it now with a flannel board. I actually made a snowman here today. And you can see he has some buttons, and I put a scarf on him and a hat, and he also has a carrot nose, doesn't he? So let's do the rhyme again. A chubby little snowman had a carrot nose. Along came a bunny, and what do you suppose? That hungry little bunny, looking for his lunch, took that snowman's carrot nose. Nibble, nibble, crunch. And the bunny ate it all. Well, the last story that I want to share with you today on Missy Lane's Book Nook is one of my very favorite pop-up books, and it's called The Puzzled Penguin. I can't remember, I might have shared this with you before. Like I said, it's one of my favorites. But if you're puzzled about something, what does that mean? You're puzzled. It means you can't figure something out, you're confused. Right? So the little penguin here in this story, he's confused about something. Let's find out what it is. The Puzzled Penguin by Keith Faulkner. The freezing wind howled across the Arctic ice. A little penguin plodded along, shivering through the thick snow. I'm very puzzled, he said to himself. I just don't understand it. Am I a penguin? He asked a big white furry polar bear. Do you have flappy little webbed feet? Growled the bear. Yes, I do, he said with a shiver, waggling his feet. Then you're a penguin, all right, replied the bear. Am I a penguin? He asked a huge bristly walrus. Do you have a pointy little beak? Boomed the walrus. Yes, I do, he answered, snapping his little beak. Well, you're a penguin then, grunted the walrus. Am I a penguin? He asked an enormous killer whale. Do you have flippery little wings? Shouted the killer whale. I do, replied the penguin as he looked at the whale's own giant flippers. Well, then you're a penguin, shouted the whale. Mom, are you sure I'm a penguin? Asked the shivering little penguin, looking very puzzled indeed. Well, of course you are, replied his mother. Why do you ask? Well, I thought that maybe I wasn't because I'm always freezing. The little penguin is always so cold, and penguins really aren't supposed to be cold. But he was, so that's why he was confused. And that's the story of the very puzzled penguin. Boys and girls, speaking of penguins, I want to tell you about a very special program coming up at the library. We have it every year. It's our winter reading club. And this year we made the theme penguins. So I want to make sure that you stop in this month to sign up for winter reading. When you do, you'll get a little penguin of your own, and you can write your name across his belly, and you can hang it on our window. And then every time you come to the library, you can add a sticker to your little penguin. And on top of all that, if you sign up, you'll get to come to the library at the end of January, and you'll get to meet a real live penguin from our friends who are bringing them from the National Aviary. So you want to sign up and get your penguin and read as many books as you can, because the more you read, the more tickets you'll earn, and you can put them in for prizes, and our prizes will be on display very soon as well. So I know that's a lot to remember. That was a mouthful. But just make sure you come into the library soon to see me. And when you're here, you ask all about our winter reading club, and I'll sign you up. Well, thanks for tuning in to another episode of Missy Lane's Book Nook. I will see you next month when we're in our new year, 2017. Happy holidays. Happy winter.